Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Crusader Kings 2, a Game of Thrones mod Let's Play. So, in the last episode, we were declared war on by the Free Folk north of the wall. I didn't mean to zoom in nearly that close, but we had declared war on them to try to take Craster's Keep, and we were semi-successful. We were able to push beyond the wall and to take the province. However, shortly thereafter, a event triggered and the wildlings got a massive army to sort of counterattack us with, and so we lost Craster's Keep and everything else that we had temporarily taken. So we decided to go ahead and make a white peace with them, and shortly thereafter they declared war on me, breaking our truce. And so we have marched all of our forces up to Brandon's Gift, where we hope to successfully hold them back. This is basically everything we have short of the armies that are marching over there right now. So we don't really have the ability to tip the balance in our favor here. I'm not sure how this is going to end. We can't really afford to keep our armies up forever. But for the time being, hopefully we can at least hold our ground here. Maybe we can bait them into an attack and break their army and then pursue and destroy the rest. I don't know. We're gonna figure something out. But anyways, let's get started. While I get that clock rolling, I just want to remind you guys to hit that like button if you're enjoying our playthrough so far and you'd like to see more Crusader Kings 2. And don't forget to subscribe as well. It's the best way to help the channel grow and the best way to follow along with our playthrough as it continues. Funeral time. Meanwhile, I need to... Oh, I still can't ask her to rejoin. I don't know. I'm getting frustrated with that. There's a very odd mechanic in this. I guess it's the game. I don't think it's the mod specifically, but for some reason I'm still like technically underneath the Iron Throne. Like the Iron Throne is still my liege, but it's not showing that. And so anytime I do anything that doesn't go along with them, every one of my vassals who chooses to go along with them breaks free of this with no particular explanation why. But yeah, so Old Castle, we have to wait until she's no longer at war before we can get her to rejoin us. Arendelle keeps doing it as well. I forget where else, somewhere. I think it was like the Barrows over here. Yeah, feast time. Okay, so you guys are going to merge and then head north. Garth Raventree has used his attendance of the feast in Karhold to present a petition. I think there's one too many A's in there. For justice before the court. He claims that Lord Winton Raventree sullied his honor by having illicit relations with his wife, blah blah blah. That's a lot of prestige to lose. I don't... Where do I punish this guy for taking advantage of a funeral to bring his problems to my attention? Sure, just pay him or something, I don't know. Oh, good, another one. Lord Winton, what have you been doing, man? Let's see. Summer is nearly at an end, and so autumn and the harvest is upon us. The feasting shall celebrate this time with food from throughout the north, including boar, goose in berries, salmon, and lobster brought to Karhold. As part of this, you must decide how much of the harvest to set aside for winter. Since when? Like, when did this become a thing? We haven't had this event trigger at all during this playthrough, and apparently now I have to spend money just to reserve food. I'll just do the usual because that's really all I can afford. But this mod just continually finds ways for me to lose money. I don't know. I do think there's a lot of poor decisions or design decisions in this mod. like everything costs you money. Educating your children costs you money. Putting food away for winter apparently costs you money. And that was the first time we've ever had to pay that, so I don't understand where that came from. Maybe it's because we had the funeral, but we've had feasts and funerals before, and I'm like 99% sure that's the first time that event's ever triggered. My maester died. Okay. Let's get another one in his place. We're going to have to call for one, because we don't have one. So, more money to be spent. And I think we have to wait for him to arrive. Good. Who is this? I assume she's not my maester. I don't know why that is relevant. Let's see. No characters. Maybe I have to click that first. Ah, there we go. Are you related to her, perhaps? Doesn't seem like it. Oh well. Let's make sure that he is not fighting. That would be a good idea. We'll get rid of those. Okay, so now that we've spent inexorbitant amounts of money on trivial things, hopefully we have enough left to pay back our loan when that comes calling. My assumption is probably not, because we don't even have enough for the interest payment right now, let alone the 550 or whatever I owe them. Mage Raventree. She is 11. Who was teaching you before? Let's see. She's good at diplomacy. Let's give her a good diplomat. I guess Serena. Okay. Actually. Oh, he is slightly better. But once he kicks the bucket, we can put Serena in his place. Assuming she's available as a member of the court. So they don't get a defensive bonus there. But if I lose that battle, then they have pretty much free reign of my northern provinces. That is difficult. I do have a bit of war score, so I was hoping if we just kind of waited them out, I would continually gain more. But because they have so many other provinces, it's not going to really matter. Seeks to kill Arsa Degor. Don't care. If I took their capital, however, then I would get a constant uptick. And it would be fairly easy to do. It's just I would be exposing the rest of the north to their main army if I broke off this way. We'll think about it. But that might be ultimately what we have to do. Because this would give me a pretty hefty defensive bonus, so I could take it and just camp my army there. Make them come to me. So my son and heir, Jojen Raventree, is apparently fashionable. Okay. I'm curious, if I go this way, what are they going to do? Why would you do that? That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like, really? All the way around? Uh-oh. Morgan has grayscale. Nothing I can do about it. 3 children need guardians. Who was teaching these kids before? Because they're all fairly old. Like, they have been taught by other people. Kriegard, I'll have your father educate you. Let's see. Where is he? There he is. And finally, Lord Jojen, who should be educated by me. And he is, so why is it prompting me to do this again? I don't even remember what she's good at to sort this by. There we go. Okay. I don't know. The longer I play this particular mod, the more and more issues I find with it. Is he going straight for Brandon's gift? I think he is. He's going to take these. That's fine, dude. I'm going to take your capital. Yeah, they took that like immediately. You know what? This is already a mistake because we've already hemorrhaged like 2,000 men just from walking up there. Hell no. You want that much money? You can go. You can go to hell. I'm gonna trap their army in the south. That's what I'll do. Lady Serena of the North. Is that your wife? That ain't cool, pal. I could lock him up for that. There we go. Yeah, well, we got our own things going on. Look at how many men we've lost just in moving there and back. So we've already lost this war just from moving to here. That was a mistake. Are they heading straight for Karhold or something? They are. Wow. Okay. Let's get rid of these. And my army needs to make it down here. Not that it's going to matter. Although they're taking pretty heavy attrition from being down here. So maybe I can wait them out. I'll let them lose a bunch of men sieging this, and when they're weak enough, I'll hit them with my army. I don't think... Does Karhold have a defensive bonus? It does. That's a shame. Yeah, that's not going to go very well. We've only got 2,000 men there guarding it. Okay. Get rid of those. You guys are taking your sweet time. Don't head there just yet. They should take attrition. No, they're not taking attrition. Fantastic. Well, I really have no choice but to attack them then. Let's see. Real Water Crossing, where the hell is that? I don't even know. Oh, over here? Okay. So we're being raided by the Ironborn. Oh well, nothing I can really do about it. Especially with the way this game works, it doesn't let me confront people for raiding. So I have to find another way to declare war on them or just ignore it. Okay, I didn't even know she was under our tutelage, but okay. They're actually gaining men. That's a new one. That is definitely a new one. I've never seen an army gain men while they were sieging something. Usually they take attrition, but in this case they're actually being replenished, which is very interesting. Let's see here. I can call up another 3,000 or so men. No, I can't. Wow, well, that's not gonna do much. Well, every little bit helps, I guess. I could hire some mercenaries, like, right underneath them, but that would be very, very hard on my treasury since I don't have the money for it. Let's see, who's gonna educate you? What are you good at? Diplomacy. Did he die? Wow, that was quick. So he died in my dungeons, like, immediately. That's interesting. Let's have Serena do it. She's our best diplomat. Well, our second best. But Jonas apparently isn't taking any more. Look, they gained even more people. I don't know how they're doing that. They should be, yeah, they should be losing men to this siege, not gaining it, but I don't even know what to do about this mod sometimes. Alright, let's just march in there, we'll see what happens. Yeah, this mod is severely broken if you guys haven't been following this playthrough. Currently, the Westerlands are being ruled by the Aztec Empire, so that's a thing. And obviously, my vassals keep freeing themselves from vassalhood without any explanation or event telling me so. So that's interesting as well. But yeah, I don't know. I like Game of Thrones, but there's a lot of things that this mod tried to like reinvent the wheel, I guess you could say, and it just, you know, it doesn't work very well. We're gonna lose that, unfortunately. So we've lost this war. Although we did do almost equal damage there. So I guess that could have gone a lot worse, but we just don't have the men to tip the balance anymore. And we're about to lose Karhold, so that's going to give us a huge knock in war score. Oh, you're friends with your son. That's cool, I guess. Doesn't make a noise. Yeah, maybe do something a little bit more useful. Oh no, that's the worst thing that could have happened. And statistically the most unlikely, but I guess that's how it works, right? Can you guys not continue fleeing? That's ridiculous. She's brave, okay, good. So there goes Karhold. That's a huge knock to our war score. You're fleeing all the way to High Point. Why don't you just flee all the way across the north? Okay, can you come back here, please? That's an interesting mustache. Okay. What am I supposed to be doing? Giving you a tutor? Can you just find your own? Like, do I have to tell everybody who's teaching who? We'll have, is that our grandmother? No, our mother. I think. Yeah, well, stepmother, I guess. Okay, so let's get rid of that. And unfortunately, I just do not have the forces to call on. Maybe, do we have anybody who would consider helping us out here? Yeah, no, he's not even technically an ally. He's just, it counts him as one because he's our husband, but it doesn't really mean anything. Okay, merge these back together and throw yourselves at them again. There's really no way that we can uproot them, so we have to fight them here. And obviously they have a defensive bonus and numbers, so we're gonna continue to lose, but there's really nothing else that we can do. At least this will get the war on with a little bit quicker. Yeah, that's not even close. Who's that? Len Shieldbreaker. In the midst of the battle, we circle each other. Let's see. He's slightly better in martial skill. We slip. So that's another gripe I have with this. Is this appears to be entirely random, and this is a mechanic that the mod leans on pretty heavily because there's a lot of like duels and tourneys and things that uses this mechanic. When you take the cautious one and wait for your enemy to make a mistake, 90% of the time you're the one that ends up making the mistake. And so I don't see the logic in how they coded this, because the whole point of you picking that one is like you're playing the safe strategy and waiting for an opening, not doing what, like this. It just doesn't make sense. His onslaught is unstoppable. So apparently we only slip once, but we actually slip twice because that's how he got in that position. She dies. So Jojen is now Lord Paramount. We'll have to put a bunch of people in new positions. Apparently, our sister is our heir. So Lady Jane becomes regent. That's a lot of prestige to lose, but I can't really afford a fancy funeral, so I don't know what I can really do there. Yeah. And there we go. Oh, good. He's ill. So he's gonna die. And I think this is gonna be the end of the Raventrees. This war really snowballed on us. We can close all of these. Let's take a look at our council here. Treasurer, it's gonna be you. Spy Master will be Jane. Our Maester is gonna be this guy, and make sure none of them are leading armies. That looks good to me. Is there anybody who would be better suited to be Castellan? Actually, a few people. I'm gonna put Gior in that position. We'll have him overseeing this province that won't be mine for much longer. I actually don't know what their victory conditions are. Can I just like auto? Ah, this sucks. Just anybody. I don't care. Whoever the first person is, that's who's teaching them. Okay. Only 4 left. I don't know why it like reset these. Let's have Serena do it. Mage, because like not all of these people were being taught by the Lord Paramount, so why did it immediately take every child out of whoever their educator was and then make me reallocate it? It just doesn't make sense. There's a lot of things, again, that just don't make sense. Unmarried heir. Apparently her husband died. He was assassinated, no less. I don't care. You're your own woman. Take care of yourself. So we were defeated, and this war is probably not going to last much longer. I can't, like, scrape out a white piece or anything, as far as I know. What happens if we surrender? He takes all occupied territory. Becomes the new Lord Paramount of the North? Oh, man. Oh, man, this is so bad. Well, I don't see a way that we can defeat him. We don't have any money. This is the only army that we have. We can't call on anybody else. Let's, So there are more levies available, it just won't let me call on them. Let's see. Well, there's a shortage of troops right now, pal. Hate to break it to you. Maybe I can, call on the throne for help. I doubt it, though. Yeah, let's do that. Every little bit will help. But he's the only one that could really come to our aid here, and I don't think he's going to do it. Yeah, so we're on our own. Unfortunate, but we are. Yeah, you can't do anything. Well, let's just keep trying. We seem to be slowly whittling them away. Eventually we'll be able to just deplete their army to the point where they can't siege anything, but we won't be able to take them out. Alright, so how's this one gonna go? Exactly the same as the others? Yeah. Although, again, we did some considerable damage to them. We almost won. And then they're gonna flee halfway across the north again. Okay. So they're going to lock him up in a tower. Oh man. I'm not gonna say what I think she is. Honestly, if she gets rid of him and takes over the north, that's fine, because I could inherit as, you know, she is Raventree, but the thing is, like, he's gonna stay the player character. He's just locked up. We'll gain some piety at least. So everything is going to hell right now. Oh man, did that fall apart quickly. Like, that is the smallest death spiral I think I've ever seen. More children that apparently need to be educated by somebody other than me. I'm not even in control of the north anymore. You guys should be handling this yourselves. Okay, let's march back up there. Yeah, I don't know why it won't let me call up the rest of these. There's another province taken. Where are they headed now? Probably to come crush this army. Apparently Gior died. Okay. Let's appoint a new castellan. We'll make... I'm gonna put Martin there because he's loyal if nothing else. So he'll take that position back. Let's see. Where is there some defensive bonus? Hornwood. Let's have you go here then. We're going to try to hold the Dreadfort. If we can get them to attack us, we might be able to pull out a victory. We just need to make sure it's somewhere where there's terrain that will benefit us. I think we are out of time though, so I'm going to end the episode here. But it doesn't look like this playthrough is going to have a lot more to it. We could realistically lose everything in the next episode, so keep your fingers crossed that we're able to pull out a unlikely victory. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Crusader Kings 2 with you, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.